Hello everyone, this is Wayne Hatter with the Net Results, and in this video I'm going to go over header tags. I'm sorry, not header tags, actually heading tags. They are pretty much equivalent to any book that you read. You would have a book title, and then you would have chapters, and then you would have like subheadings associated with those chapters, which is equivalent to H1, H2, and H3. H1 would be the title of the book, H2 would be the chapter of the book, and H3 would be the subheading of that chapter. So we are here in WordPress, and with this theme that I'm using right now, I have applied the H1 tag to my core file within the theme. A lot of themes come with the H1 tag that wraps the title, which is right up here. But for this specific theme, the title was being wrapped in an H2, and we don't want that. So I did some modifications to the actual code itself, and we're just going to dig right on in. So we're going to explain this as we write it. This is going to be the page title. And this uses the H2 tag, H1 tag, I'm sorry, H1 tag. Okay. Now, as we get into our article, we're going to start descending in our hierarchical distribution of the correct headings that we need to apply to our articles. So we're going to call this one our first, oops, spelled that wrong, first major, maybe if I can spell, we'll be okay. First major section, let's see, what's your first major section heading, which we'll use the H2 tag. So we just apply the H2 there, and let me switch over. Okay, so this is my first H2 tag, so I'm going to apply heading 2 to it. So below this would be some text. Is some text for the H2 heading. Okay, now that we have that, let's move on to our sub section of our H2 tag. Let me correct all these so there's some consistency. Okay. So now we move on to our first subsection. So this is our first subsection of our H2. Okay, with our H2 heading. All right, so now what we want to do here is we're going to make this an H3. So we just scroll down and we make that an H3. Okay, and then I'll give it a little bit of description here. This, oops, let's see, this is where the content of the, let's see, subsection will go. It can, may be paragraphs, lists, let's see what else, diagrams, or whatever. We'll just, or whatever you decide. Okay, so now we have the correct structure for our page, and I'm just going to hit publish here, and then we're going to look at the code. First, we're going to look at the front end of this actual page. Okay, so I've just published my article. Now I'm going to view the post, and whatever content manager you're using, same thing applies with your H1, H2. Oh, it didn't take my H2. Why? Well, let's go back and see. Let's fix that. Okay, didn't like what I did there. So let's do this. We'll call it H1. See if that works. So I'm going to hit update. Alright, so let me refresh this now. Okay, so as you can see, here's our H1 tag, here's our H2, and here's some text or information for the H2, and here is our H1, we have our H2, and we have our H3. So let's go look at the code. Okay, so as you can see here, here is our title, which uses the H1 tag, and then here is our second section, which uses the H2 tag, and then here is our subsection, which uses the H3. So that is how you use your heading tags inside of your article or your blog post. And once again, as usual, to subscribe to our channel, you just click on the link at the end of this video that will say click here to subscribe. Then it will take you to our channel, and you just click on subscribe, and then you make sure you check this box right here so that you can receive email notifications on when we upload a new video. And you just click update when you're all done, and we're good to go. I will see you guys in the next video.